Ooh, it's like looking into infinity. 1,000 cameras. What is up, Kyber Cave family? This is Arc Excala at the Kyber Cave. This is my workstation here. I am doing the directing tonight as Ezra is moving. So it's just me here with Mr. Say Wong here. Zayo is going to be working on his sword project tonight. What you working on, Say Wong?
This.
Ooh, what are we doing?
Probably weather this. We're still weathering.
Okay. Nice. Now tell everybody what exactly is that thing.
This is, I think this is Din Djarin's leg piece. I think is his right leg.
Uh-huh.
I think his right leg. Yeah, his right leg.
Okay.
Din Djarin, technically.
So we're gonna give it a little bit of treatment to match your helmet.
Yeah.
Well, what do you think of your helmet now that you've had time to absorb it and?
It looks nice.
Have you shared it out with anybody else or?
No, it's like no, actually no. No, it's actually in my car. So
Nice. Well, you're slowly but surely coming along. We got the cape done, the helmet done. Hello.
what's up?
This is Donald Patry from Darkside Sabers. And tonight, what are we working on tonight, Don?
We're going to be working on some weathering stuff.
Some weathering.
Yep, we're going to be working on some weathering. We're going to be helping Zayo do some, a little bit of light woodworking with this guy right here.
All right.
So it'll be a fun time.
And that helmet, that's Sith Cat's helmet?
This is Sith Cat's helmet, yep.
So this was going to be interesting. He sent over design pictures of what he's going to be doing with this. He's doing a Mau Mau cat, which, I should have guessed. But I did not guess with the Mandalorian helmet. But he's doing a Mau Mau DeLorean.
Like, what's he gonna wear under it? It's like, is he gonna?
I'm not quite sure. He had a picture. If I didn't have my phone on, I would bring up the picture. And I saw the cat's. I understood the cat's face. I think it's gonna have like the ears coming off of here.
Yeah, that's. I think he wants the ears coming up and then a green on the visor area here too. So we'll see how that works out.
Yeah, he has the green strips for his eyes on his fighting helmet.
Yeah. If we could find a green visor completely for him and then kind of like mask off the rest of it so he can see out of the two green areas of his eyes, so he has like green eyes.
Yeah.
We'll see how that works. All right. Well, we'll take some of this right off the bat. What are you doing?
I know Tony and Tina said they weren't going to be able to make it through tonight.
Okay.
I think Sith Cat is.
Okay. Yeah, I think he is too. I haven't really seen him.
Did you smell that wood? There's a fireplace.
A little bit better.
Shoot too much heat.
Zip, can you put that wire up there, please? Thanks, bud.
I wouldn't say this is a super like dangerous machine. You know what I mean? It rips up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You can get sucked into it. You know what I mean? If you have like loose hanging clothes or something like that. But if your hand touches it,
Right.
it's not that bad. It's also a pretty fine grit.
You ready, Zay?
But it'll, yeah. So what you want to do is right here is a little bit thinner. So you want to start about here, okay, and run it along here, and you're just gonna go like this. Don't press too hard. And then you're gonna do the other side. Go ahead.
The whole thing, not just one area, but.
What were you trying to do with this? Dale? What were you trying to do with this? Do some weathering? Paint it first too.
Yeah, you want to paint it first, Zay? Paint that first? No.
No, I mean like before you weather this, you want to paint it. You want to paint it.
Like a black color. I like how the little this part.
Yeah, it like actually has the bolt action type.
Yeah.
Huh. Well.
So tomorrow is VacaCon. You heading out to Vacaville tomorrow? No? Yeah, we got a few things coming up. The big one that I really want to do that I'm not going to be able to is next month is Level Up in Vegas. Oh, I want to go to that so bad, dude. Tara Strong's going to be there. But that one is supposed to be like technology and gaming and not like a comic book con, but I don't know. It seems like it's going to be a little bit different than a typical con. Well, hello. So good to see you, sir. Yeah, in Vacaville, Ohana, tomorrow.
Oh, that's next week. Tomorrow is in the Plymouth, way over by the Folsom area.
Oh, tomorrow. Next week is Vacaville.
That's right.
Oh, I thought that was tomorrow. Okay.
That's about 100 miles from here. That's 2 hours away. If you're interested.
Yeah. We went out there once to do a performance for them. That was a long drive.
Country, kind of Napa-ish or something. I tried to Google what's out there and see at the same time.
Right.
That's a dilemma of Hanukkah places they go. There's not a lot of things around there to do.
Right. Which is probably how they make their money. I saw your design. Who did you get as an artist to draw your design for your costume?
Oh, I just Googled that.
Oh, you did?
I just Googled it, yeah.
Oh wow! I was like, that's a cool.
That's just where kind of like just you're doing the kind of ideas off like stuff like what would be like a cool mashup. I just happened to found someone that like thought that that's the same idea. Yeah.
Right.
That's what I was kind of thinking of, like how like cause I've never seen anyone actually do that with the Mandalorian. Actually make eyes on the visor before.
Right.
And because I'm kind of doing a first ever doing like a cat themed Mandalorian.
Right.
And you're kind of doing the same thing
with the Marvin.
But that's his whole bit is that he's all darkness except for the eyes.
Right.
So that's what I'm thinking. Like, is there a way to make like maybe green triangles even or something in the Mandalorian visor, but keep the rest of the like the letter T like still black kind of thing?
And you can do. I mean, nice. Very similar to how you do your fight mask now with the green circles. But with the visor, like that, makes it even more protective or whatever. So I don't see that as a problem. I saw somebody do that. I thought it was a really cool idea. They did some kind of reflective thing so that it looked like there was a skeleton underneath the visor. So they lit it up so that you could see that there was like a skeleton face underneath there. So I thought that was really cool. But yeah, you can definitely do that if you're doing LEDs. That's gonna be cool.
Awesome. I'm probably saving up for Fanime.
Fanime?
Which is in May.
I saw you saying something about the hotel rooms.
Yeah.
Are they all booked out?
Now they are.
Mm.
There's a wait list though.
Mm. Is that to get the hotel that's like right on premises? Mm. Is that what you guys said? Well, do you do hotels often?
I just already say.
Yeah, most times it seems like you come home. Do you ever go to any cons where you spend the night?
I know.
Yeah. Because I've had 2 experiences where I've gotten hotels, but they were like 10 miles away or whatever. And now, like, I'm starting to think it's probably just better just to suck it up, spend extra money, and get the room.
All that way for a hotel, you might as well.
Right.
Like that kind of thing. Like with a few times when I've gone to Las Vegas, like I'm going to go like get a hotel that's on the strip.
Right.
I'm not going to go 12 hours drive to Las Vegas and then want to get into another car to go there because there's some great deals. If you want to go to like South Point, for example, like,
Right.
That's an enormous hotel for only like $50 a night. It's bigger than MGM Grand, but it's like 5-10 miles from the strip.
Right.
So you got to get into another shuttle, which is like a half-hour more wait time.
Right.
To get to the strip where what you want to do is.
Right.
So it's like,
Yeah. It's a bit of the trade-off, but I tend to go the cheaper route because I'm like, oh, it's only 10-15 minutes away. That's not that big a deal. But then, by the time you get the Uber or figure out the parking or pay the extra money for parking, like it kind of seems like maybe it kind of balances out.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
You should be okay for this one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, I don't know. I was hoping to try to get out to VacaCon. We'll see. But somebody's trying to sell me tickets for Powerhouse Con coming up, I guess. They want to sell me their vendor booth because they bought a vendor booth, but now they have to back out. Yeah. Supposedly the Boo from Monsters Inc. is going to be there. Yeah, the little girl that did. Well, she's not a little girl anymore. But anyways, the booth. I guess booths are typically $100 for the day, and she was offering to me for $50. So I was like, "Ooh, I might actually do that one then." And I think it's in May, so I have plenty of time to get like merchandise and. So what are your goals for tonight? Oh, there's somebody in the chat. Al, what is going on? Good to see you, my friend. Thank you for tuning in.
Well, we're going to debrand these lacrosse gloves, which were so graciously donated by Kyber Cave. Their fighting days are over, but their cosplay days are well ahead of them.
Woohoo!
There can be some sweet gauntlets for the Mao DeLorean.
So this is going to be part of your Mao DeLorean costume?
Oh yeah, these are going to be some glorious, awesome Mandalorian gauntlets here. Want to just kind of basically get rid of the logos on them was the idea.
Right.
And so I figured a nice coat of either plastic or spray paint would cover up the logos and the little puffiness of the former Battle Davids there.
Right. Are you trying to keep it? Are you like with the red look at the?
I love the red. I love it.
Because that goes along with your costume anyways, right?
Exactly. Yeah, that's all they are. Just big red gauntlets. That's all they are.
Right.
I just want to get rid of the logo. That's all they want.
Okay, that should be easy enough.
Exactly.
Shouldn't be too bad. And then there's like a logo on the side here.
Oh yeah, that's it. Yeah, like I don't even mind the black part of the middle. That's perfect too. This is black and red.
Right. You got kitty paws.
Yeah, that's perfect.
Nice.
Yep. And maybe I'll get like a little paper towel workspace. I'll get that going.
How are you doing this fine evening, Al? Are you working on any cosplay yourself? Just so you know, I have a mechanic that's coming out hopefully this week. I'm calling back on Monday and finding out what my final scheduling day is, but I'm just dying to get this machine going so I can start being a real little business. It's been so hard. We had Kyber Cave, the storefront, running for 3 years, but these last 6 months or so, while the storefront has been down and we've been trying to convert, has been very challenging for us. Awesome. Has been very challenging for us. So I will be very happy to get things going and start producing our sabers and hopefully parts for other people. So Dawn is sanding Zayo's blade right now. And Sith Cat just showed up. He's going to be putting a little bit of color to these gloves just to get the logo out. And this is his helmet over here. This is going to be the Mau helmet. The Mau DeLorean. So I'm doing the Marv DeLorean and you're doing the Mau DeLorean.
We'll do that with a Dremel.
You're working on design this evening. Who is helping me with my tooling? We have a company called Selway that's coming in to do the maintenance. Dawn here actually has helped us get some of the tooling parts needed to be replaced and upgraded. So we've ordered those out already. It's just a matter of I guess our main what do you call it? Cylinder is a bit wobbly. We need to find out why it's wobbling. And once we do that, we should be good to go. It's like making a real katana. Wow. What was that?
Oh, there's some extra garbage bags around. I was going to use them just as an extra drop spot.
Yeah, here, you want to take this?
Sure. So how long have we been sanding the sword? With extreme prejudice.
A while. He started with the little Dremel the other day, and I told him I'd bring this in to help him out and try to get more of a. This year. Yeah. Fully vaccinated doesn't mean the booster.
Doesn't mean what?
The booster.
If you get 2, they'll be happy you just showed up with a car.
Oh wow.
I went to Stockton Con and there was still someone arguing with security.
What were they arguing about?
Not having the cars. And they just, like Jack Anime, they had the booth set up. You get rapid tested for free because Stockton was cool like that.
Right.
And it's not good enough for some people. So.
Wow. Some people want to fight about everything.
And they accepted what? A picture,
Yes,
right?
the spindle is wobbly.
Or a photocopy. They accepted like a photocopy and a picture, right?
Oh, yeah. Guys are accepting everything.
Okay.
Well, you had that stuff.
That sounds like a counter move. Sunding the sword in combat. What's up, Matt? Thank you for tuning into our show last night. It was fun seeing you on there. Like I said, usually it's me watching you doing videos online. So it was fun having you in the audience during our discussion. So tonight we're going to be doing some weathering. We don't have a lot to do tonight. So Don is helping Zayo with his sword. But Say Wong is going to be weathering his leg piece for his Dinjarin costume. And Sith Cat is doing some work on these gloves to get these gloves ready for his cosplay. These are actually combat gloves.
That's right. You put these on. These are lacrosse gloves. You can take a real beating with these and not feel a thing. It's also really hard to pick anything up with them because you can barely move your fingers. But they're really good for holding a lightsaber, which is kind of the point, or like a big stick for whacking people on the cross. So,
$200 combat gloves for some cosplay.
oh yeah. Standard cosplay price or sports.
Right.
But if the color matches, you do it.
You guys aren't masked up, right? That's the fumes are gonna. The fumes are. Look at that. Ooh, a stick.
Oh.
I stick.
Sounds like a stick.
So yeah, so we should be using eye protection. Zayo has his eye goggles on. Don is one of those old school garage guys. But yes, we should be using all the protections that.
All the protections. There's more than one.
Every protection available.
Eye protection, head protection, ear protection, hand protection, Godzilla's protection.
Protection.
It says if you clean the gloves with alcohol, the paint will stick better, is what Al says.
Yes, that's true. You trying to? So what are you trying to do with the thing?
Basically, just hide the logos and ideally the gold to make them just totally red.
Okay.
So I've got red plastic and I've got red spray paint.
Okay. Give me 1 second.
Sure.
Might have a better solution here.
I see it right here.
This is where we ask the person with a pirate beard, like, do we have any rubbing alcohol? It's like, which flavor?
So we do have the back open tonight to get a little ventilation going through here. When we get really going with our business, we're going to be setting up kind of a paint station more towards that back door.
Oh, did you show them the lightsaber maker 5000 over there?
Yes. Except for it's not making very much right at the moment. Very soon. I have the repair guy hopefully coming next week.
Repair guy we're gonna fix it up. It's shooting out blasters, not lightsabers.
Right.
Every time we turn on the lightsaber, it explodes. We're not supposed to do that.
So what do we got going on? What are you doing to make it easier for him? Or are you just cutting stuff off?
Yeah, well, so it's not going to want to stick to that plastic very much. So I'm going to try to do this real quick. And we're going to try to take this out because it's a little insert that's just sewn in.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to do that. And then maybe better to...
Wow, Matt is multitasking. He's cleaning the garage while watching.
I mean, I have like bins. What I have is like I have a pair of like just regular One Punch Man gloves you've seen me wear, but as you also see me wear, like they're like human size, which are like very small proportionate to like the much bigger kitty head and everything else. So like these being as big as they are lacrosse size fit much more to the furry proportion. So that's why they're ideal.
Oh yeah, that makes sense because they're big and
right, exactly.
Since you're doing a furry Mando.
Exactly.
What are the rules for saber design? I don't necessarily know that there are rules.
Yeah, what does that mean?
Yeah.
In what regard?
Matt says I need a costume. I'm trying to be a lightsaber character in my neighborhood. Nice. What character do you have in mind, Matt?
That's a very
I think when
all right, you got a lot to work with there.
I'm sure there is like a classification for when does the Pike League begin and where does the regular Saber League and where is like the short. Like I'm sure there are categories, but like who sets those is up in the air. Kind of.
Right.
It's starting to branch out besides Star Wars.
Yeah.
Saber character.
Yeah, like what? Are you talking about like Gundam or SAO?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, South. Sword Art, and then there's Tenchi Muyo. There's
I want to see
Tenchi Muyo.
I want to see those guys just like giant robots made of cardboard and battle each other with sabers.
All right, so Dawn looks like is successfully getting some of these logos off, and this is going to make that paint job work better for.
I was kind of wondering like if I should just like buy a big bucket of red paint, just like dip them in like. Like the bad guy from Ron Driver, like the dip.
But yeah, but then I feel like you would lose your finger.
That's gonna also that was the downside.
Not the dip. God, that's a movie that needed a sequel, dude.
Oh
I
God,
love that movie.
You ever wonder what would Disney do if they let their artists really go rated R? Like, oh snap.
Walt kind of did to his own mind.
What was that?
Walt kind of did.
Oh, but I'll bet he pulled back on a lot of stuff on that before we never
But
saw.
most of his big picture productions, he had to dial it back significantly.
There was a scene they had to cut when it went to video, but as they're driving through Toontown, right before Cabby, is that his name? The cab? Right before he gets the blowout. Benny the cab. Yeah. I guess they're driving through the city, and you can see on a billboard, there's a phone number on the billboard, but it was actually Michael Eisner's real personal phone number.
Can you imagine the dedication it took the artist to they figure out every
Right. And you know when these artists do these things, it's going to get traced back to them somehow. At some point, someone's got to know who worked on these cells. Let's see. We have a Denton Spider-Man as a friend of mine, and a Cook County Captain. Trying to be a positive role model. That's fantastic. I like giving back to my community. Heavy metal, R-rated, good movie.
Captain Cook County Spider-Man.
Captain Cook County.
I want to see this Cook-themed Spider-Man. I like this idea. He cooks up justice.
Oh, I've seen that. You've seen the superhero, the Marvels, or not superhero, the Marvel fast food franchise.
I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah, just a Stockton. We saw Doctor Strange Jack in the Box. He was there. Yeah.
Yeah. That's a new one that I hadn't seen.
Oh, I've seen. He's rocking that big cape and everything. So, yep.
I think I have an idea of who that guy is.
Who the person that does that cosplay?
Yeah. I've never seen him take his head off, so I don't know.
Yeah, there are some great mashups are my favorites, personally.
He's tall enough. I want to see him do the trick where he just pulls his shoulders up and takes his head off, and it's like he's still up there. The headless jack of the box.
Oh. I mean, that should even work though too, right?
I mean, honestly, if you wanted to take that thing off completely, we could just take this wrist piece off and it'd be exposed there. You know what I mean? If you wanted to do that too.
Or do you want to keep that wrist
But we
piece?
can put the wrist piece back in it too.
If it's possible, I'd rather keep it just resin up.
Yeah.
So you've got a sniper rifle on the table and a shotgun over yonder. You guys, weapons for hunting.
We're hunting wascally wabbits. And then Dawn was doing some airbrushing to some pieces here for this Mandalorian
I screwed up.
kit.
I messed it up. But it's alright, I think I fixed it.
Disassembled or ravaged? Like,
There's a fine line there.
Was it a fishing rifle or harpoon?
For chainsawing fish.
It could be a lot of different things. It could definitely work.
It's a bazooka.
Oh, no, I get it.
Cook County Captain, that's his page.
I can get my hands on an MGC.
Yeah, I've been wanting to come up with a storyline of some characters that use, say, lightsaber type weapons that are not Star Wars related, so that I can include things like comic books with my saber sales and such. I had this idea while we were out visiting Gary Ripper in Lake Havasu. If you guys have been out to Lake Havasu, they have the original London Bridge there, and it gave me this idea for this like cyberpunk Victorian era style thriller with Jack the Ripper. So it'd be like Victorian era style mixed with almost like steampunk. And having lightsabers, incorporating lightsaber type weapons. We wouldn't obviously call them lightsabers, but lightsaber styled weapons into that type of a storyline. Red Ranger.
All about those light coats.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah, so we suggest if you're doing it at home, have ventilation, plenty of good ventilation, maybe a mask, eye protection,
Almost definitely a mask.
all the things that we're not doing currently.
We have ventilation. It's a pretty big building.
We opened up the ventilation just because it is a little bit chilly right now, but we wanted to get that airflow going.
Really? I don't think it's
You don't think it's chilly?
fucking super nice out right now.
Plasma sword, yes.
Not only have I seen bacon flavored soda, I've actually tried it.
Bacon flavored soda?
Yeah,
Did it make
it was
bacon?
something. It was something.
Did it taste like bacon?
Okay, there was a slight taste in it, but then the aftertaste kicks in, and you're like,
What it tastes like? Bacon grease?
add some grease. I think there is grease in it.
Ugh.
There's these bandages that
There's
smell like bacon. Bacon bandages.
There's like dessert flavored beer. There's
Oh wow.
What the Kentucky Fried Chicken's new Beyond Chicken is, it's not vegetarian or vegan, even though it's not meat, but it's cooked in the oil of real chicken meat.
It's
Therefore, it tastes like chicken.
it's fake meat.
So
Ah.
that's how it gets the flavor.
It's
Huh.
fake meat.
Real chickens were harmed in the meat.
Just not as many.
That's not as big.
So they fried it in chicken lard.
That's right.
Okay.
What's up, Steve? Thank you for tuning in. Right now, Don is working on Sith Cat's glove. He is doing a. You don't happen to have on your phone a picture of your Mandalorian, do you? Because I've been talking about it. I was telling him, I was like, since it's on my phone, I can't actually show people.
Switch your phone.
Yeah, it's kind of a rough draft idea of it.
There we go.
You got to.
There we go. There's the Mandalorian. So that is
hardest part.
this
When you
gentleman.
punch it,
Yeah,
you
that's
gotta
kind
just
of an
slightly
idea
go
there.
over
And you
over
can see
4
with the
times.
helmet.
So that's the
Let's-
tricky part there is that how I can show the eyes in what's normally the black visor there.
Right.
So what I was thinking you do is you get a completely green visor, and then you mask out all the places that aren't green.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because this way you have a bright green visor. You can, you know what I mean? You have the eyes that are going to be bright green,
Right.
and then you just kind of mask off. Because this part right here, it can be visor, but it doesn't have to be.
Doesn't really hear to see. Yet.
Right. Exactly.
Yep.
Or if we get smaller visors, and you know we could just, because this isn't cut out yet. You know what I mean?
Right.
So we could sand this flat and make this solid. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? And just have the 2 eyes here.
Yeah.
And put eyes behind that if you want to do that as well.
Don,
Completely up to you. Whatever you want. There's a number of different options. For
Don.
it. What's up?
when you're done with the gloves, can you help me make an
Yes, I
image?
can.
But yeah, you want to keep in mind your actual visibility, though.
Right.
I got it. I'm used to
Your
living.
helmet will fog up on you.
Oh, no worries.
You put air vents in it.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
That looks really good for
Right.
cartoons and colorization. Is that a 3D print? Is what a 3D print? Which one are you asking
No,
about?
the helmet is
Oh.
started off as a 3D print and turned into started off as a helmet 3D print, and then I casted it, and it is a resin cast helmet.
So yes, that is a resin cast helmet.
Yeah.
Same as all the Mando helmets that you may or may not have seen come through here in the last few weeks. They've all started life as a Din Djarin helmet, and then gone different directions. Like I said, mine is just need to put the padding in the top, and then I guess we're gonna have to 3D print the brush thing on top.
Yeah, we're just gonna have to do that.
And then that helmet will be done. But I will have my Marvin helmet.
Oh, wait.
Go ahead. What's up?
For those going to Celebration, I forgot the costume and cosplay policy.
What celebration?
For this year.
Yeah, none of us are going.
So, yeah, I was like, no.
So Star Wars.
Celebration. Let's see. Face coverings must be visible at all times. For this reason, headwear and cosplay pieces which cover the face in a manner which does not visibly fit the face covering requirements will not be permitted. We appreciate your understanding. So Stormtrooper, Vader.
Yeah, I mean that's like
Mando,
half
we're
of the
out.
Star Wars costumes. None of the Mandalorians.
So,
You want to make the whole thing red? You want to cover the
yeah.
white as well? Okay.
Yeah, I'm not worried about like the black inside the like.
Right. You just
Right,
want
yeah, it's just like
So no helmets at all allowed. They have to be able to see your face mask.
Yeah.
Wow, that's pretty severe.
To be fair, Weekend Blender Con at Clovis near Fresno Mall. That's pre-Comic Con there with the Fresno Deadpools. They had the same policy before COVID, but for security, so people wouldn't be like shoplifting and then running around and be like, "The Deadpool did it! The Deadpool!" Did it.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know that was a consideration with different malls when we did our celebration. When we did our grand opening at the Fairfield Mall, the general director that was there was really, really cool. She came from the cosplay culture. So she allowed all the Mandos. She told security there's going to be a bunch of people running around in costumes. They were allowed to carry their weapons as well, which a lot of malls will not allow you to do, period. So we were very fortunate in that. But that's interesting that they wouldn't allow any.
Yeah, that's a bold move, and that's really
Especially for the Star Wars fan base.
Yep.
Oh, I guess I'm waiting till Florida. Florida.
When is celebration this year?
Celebration is going to be Memorial Day weekend in Anaheim.
It's in Anaheim this year. So doesn't it usually go East Coast one year, West Coast the other year? So it'll be like 2 more years before it comes back here.
Well, it's already here technically.
Is it?
Anaheim is California.
Yeah. Well, yeah, but it's
They don't
Anaheim
do-
and Chicago, right?
They did Chicago once. They usually
Oh.
between Orlando and Anaheim.
Oh, I see. Between Disneyland and Disney World.
I don't think they'll do the LA Convention Center or San Diego. I don't think they'll do that either.
The Dowland Dollar Tree brush. Yeah, we went down to Dollar Tree. I've actually been a few times to see if I could find a brush that was appropriate, but I just could not find one that worked.
Buyer beware, not everything at the dollar store is $1 anymore.
All right, I know the one by my house is they changed it to the $1.25 and up store.
Yeah. Times are changing, folks.
All right. So Steve says, yeah, next year is going to be in Florida, which is closer to out to where Steve is. But for us, yeah, I don't even like. What do tickets go for that? Like, don't tickets usually sell out right away?
Well, no, it's like registering for Comic-Con. You have to, once you get set up, they put you in a waiting room, and then you wait patiently, and whatever's available.
You mean for tickets?
Yeah, you can buy it.
Wow.
Usually the premiere weekend badge goes for last time I checked, $3.25.
So that gets you what? Entrance for 3 days?
Yeah.
It's $100 a day to get in there. Over $100 a day. That's
so it's regular Disneyland.
They only have the weekend badges go. The weekend badges go like that.
the weekend badges. What does that mean? Just
Like the all 3 days.
For the 3-day pass.
Yeah, the 3-day pass.
That's how long the event is, right? 3 days.
Yeah, there's also a preview night, day 0. I think.
Have you ever been?
No.
Yeah, I've
I
never.
tried.
Yeah.
I tried multiple times.
Yeah. Wow, that's craziness.
By the time I got to my turn in line, it was, well, they only had the last day available.
Hey, dude,
Like, I just,
we are like an hour, hour and a half from the world's largest privately owned Star Wars collection, and I'm just waiting to be invited in there one day, dude. I'm waiting to become big enough and cool enough that somebody will actually invite me. Because I want to say tickets are like $100 per person to walk around, and you can't just buy tickets anytime. It's only like a couple of times a year he decides to open up his museum.
When he needs a little bit of money.
Right. When Christmas is rolling around. But that's a Rancho Obi-Wan. Oh, that looks good. Red Thanos. It almost looks like bones.
Yeah.
If you want me to get you the right brush, let me know and I'll ship it to you. The right brush. Woohoo. That, or find yourself a shoe polishing brush and you can make that. Just make sure to get the oh yeah. Sure you get a large one, yeah.
I think we would be using a lot more brushes doing all this paint. We've been surprisingly lucky just spray painting like crazy there.
Yeah, I love spray painting. Spray painting is just easier. You don't got to worry about it as much, you know.
Yeah, Steve, if you've seen one in the store, take a picture for me and I'll let you know. I'm trying to find one. I believe it's like a brown brush with yellow bristles is what Marvin has. And obviously it's got to be, the ones that we've seen, like I haven't been able to find the right size. I've seen some smaller ones. But it's got to be, big enough and appropriate enough for the Marvin helmet.
You're gonna have the yellow alien beast dog sitting on your shoulder, like his little companion.
He has the green canine.
Oh, his green canine.
Oh, that one. Okay.
No, but I am gonna do the what is that? The big red what's his name? Gossamer. Yeah. So Boba Fett has Wookiee braids here, so I'm gonna have the Gossamer braids hanging off. And I do need some kind of a weapon though. But I haven't decided if I'm gonna go Mandalorian or Marvin. Probably more Marvin-ish. Do the shoes. And then some kind of gloves.
Just take a stroll around Six Flags the next opening day and just like, hey, everybody. Six Flags and Disneyland bids you hello.
It's easy to get. Just grab a big shoe brush and use the yellow spray paint. Oh, yellow spray paint. And do what Don is doing. Yeah. I need to do a little more looking out there. So tomorrow night, it looks like we are going to have Kyle Vaz from Key Sabers will be our guest tomorrow night. Make sure to tune in for Kyber K presents Saber Rattle at 7 p.m. tomorrow. We have 3 shows a week right now.
I saw that show last night. I had to see that show Peacemaker after you guys talked that.
Yeah.
That show was amazing.
Do you like Peacemaker?
I love that show.
It's definitely not for.
They didn't hype him up enough in Suicide Squad. I mean, he was good in Suicide Squad. He
Right.
was amazing on his own.
Right. I love his sidekick buddy Vigilante. Oh my god, he is hilarious. So I was saying we started this year. We have 3 shows. Ezra wants to do a show, so he wants to do a gaming show, and then Don's talking about doing a model building show. I was like,
can be hit and miss if it's a game people like or not.
Yeah. Well, the one nice thing about that is it should be a relatively easy show. It's just getting on and playing video games. Kind of the same with this model building. It's not like you have to book guests or, plan a lot of things in advance. You just get on, turn on the camera, and just start doing your thing.
Is it my imagination, or is every other video game like streaming thing posted all call themselves Resident Evil Village, even though they're not? You guys notice that? Like every other post is like Resident Evil Village, but they're not. They're like
I had not noticed that.
I swear, like they're all like hopping on the hype train from that game, which
Right.
was good.
Right.
But then they're posting the irrelevant content. It's like every time you post a YouTube video, just label it like Middle East and like World Hunger and those
Right.
random tags.
Just random tags that just gonna draw people in.
You okay there, buddy?
Yeah, breathing in the fumes.
We don't talk about Bruno. How about a show about making a cosplay character for anything? So it's a good discussion on that. Show about making a cosplay character for anything.
Oh yeah,
What do you mean a good?
You can just make a totally made up original creation. This is a mashup of 2 totally different unrelated shows: Cartoon Network and Disney.
Right.
Nothing to do with each other.
We had the family that used to come through a lot that I loved. They did the mashup of the Jedis and the My Little Pony.
Yeah.
The Scott family. Do you remember those?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. It was actually really dope, dude. My Little Pony and Jedi crossover. Yep. They used some Ripper blades for the to accentuate the colored blades.
That could be a whole thing because there's a whole thing of enemies that the My Little Ponies have to fight called the Changeling Army.
Right.
Oh, and they could be anyone. So yeah, it's like they're like the Sith, they're evil and all that. Yeah, it's a whole thing. You watch the show. There are other bad guy characters too. But yeah.
Right. Oh, I'm so bummed out. I was telling them I want to go so bad to Level Up Con in Vegas because Tara Strong is going to be there. Yeah. Well, I love her for Raven. That's my character right there from Teen Titans.
So many characters, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. She does so many characters. Yep, exactly.
Spider-Man, Thanos, and a few other characters getting come up.
And then one idiot Star Lord to fuck it all up.
That looks good, though.
Amazing.
What is that? What you were had in mind there?
Exactly what I was going for.
Before and after, and then we'll pop this guy right in there.
Awesome sauce.
So this will be a nice, plain old,
Love it.
The nice thing about this is that when you paint it and it gets in your hands, you can literally just rub it right off because it's rubber. It's not paint. It's rubber.
Mm-hmm.
Look.
Oh wow.
Just comes right off.
Yes.
The thing is,
So will that do that on that?
No, because you're putting a heavier layer.
Mm.
So you're actually creating, almost like I was telling him, you're almost spraying this over and over and over again, creating a tight rubber glove over this.
No.
So I'm not worried about getting it on my hands or anything, but you can see how red that is. Like,
Yeah. It's like a visor.
Yeah.
It's like a Cyclops.
But trying to spray over that piece that was on there, this piece right here is just, it's not, you're going to see that underneath it. You know what I mean? There's no way to get around it. So that's why I figured. Yep.
Oh, that's good. Zayo has this really cool poster in his room. It's from, I don't know who, but you know when you go to like OhanaCon, they have all the artists there that do different. It's one of those artists from OhanaCon, but it has the X-Men as kitties. And like the Cyclops one is so cool. He's just got the beam right here, but he's got the Cyclops and his little ears poking out. I should take a picture of it and show it to you.
Is he shooting a laser and all the other cats are following him?
Yeah, well, they're like falling into water or something. So like they're in different ones in different poses. But I know that there's a Storm kitty. There's a I think there's a Wolverine kitty. But my favorite is the Cyclops on there. Yeah, I need to take a picture of that for you.
I did finally find it. I found a fursuit maker that's gonna make me some real shoes.
Oh yeah.
Walking around.
Oh yeah. You were saying, tell me about that.
Yep. I've been walking around and I don't know, you heard of the furniture store Lazy One? Been walking around the indoor slippers this whole time, which look awesome, but I can feel every pebble on the pavement.
Yeah.
When I walk in my car.
Yeah.
So I don't feel awesome.
Yeah. And you probably had those for a long time too, right?
Oh yeah.
So I'm sure they're pretty beat up.
They've been holding up great. So they're like they're real torn up on the bottom though. So
Yeah.
The days of wearing 2+ pairs of socks at the same time were like, I should probably like chip in a few extra bucks and make some real shoes.
Right.
So he's taking some real pairs of tennis shoes that I sent him in the mail. He's basically taking he's gonna build furry slippers on the outside of them. So
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool. Is it like somebody who is a furry costume specialist?
Yep. I think he was on your show, Wolfenstein.
Yeah, Wolfenstein. Yeah, we've had that guy on.
He makes all sorts of different props.
Yeah. What exactly is his thing supposed? Is it a wolf? Is it a dragon? Like
Everything.
Yeah, it seems to be a lot of different animals mixed up.
Oh yeah. It's the power of imagination. It's that SpongeBob meme with the rainbow. It's everything.
I'm planning on getting some Sintra for armor to make the Inquisitor. Ooh, the Inquisitor.
It'd be kind of cool also. It's like wrapping like a black cloth around your wrists. That's kind of cool too.
Looks like Tony Stark's glove.
That's one.
Oh,
And your two.
So after this glove, then what are we doing? Dinjarin or Zayo's got something.
Zayo has something.
And Say Wong's got his leg piece.
His leg piece, yeah. Unless, like I said, he wants to do his the guns to him. But, well, it's up to you.
For your Dinjarin weapons.
You were saying something about weathering guns, and I got excited about it.
Do you have Dinjarin guns?
I have one.
You have one?
Yes. Yeah, it should be in there.
We don't talk about Bruno. Zayo, you can sand this gun down a bit.
I see, I could. I don't want to.
So what are the recommended Dejarin weapons for people that should be building?
There's one that's like a squarish kind of gun.
For Dinjarin, are you talking about Mando in general?
Yeah, it's Dinjarin, right?
Well, Dinjarin has a specific blaster.
Oh, does he?
Yeah. He has technically two specific blasters because he has his gun, his
long rifle,
and then he has also the what's it called again?
That's the one with the pointy prong.
The West,
Yeah.
the West Star something.
The West Star that was based off of the Bergman pistol.
Yeah. Which is a really nice pistol. But then you have a lot of options with Dinjarin because you could do either his rifle, you could do his pistol, you could do both. You could do the Dark Saber fits as well. You could also do the spear.
Oh yeah,
I forgot you could do your
In
your
fact,
Dark
that's what
Saber.
comes with that one right there.
Okay, so you're not really limited to time, but like if you want like the obvious, oh, that's definitely Dejarin, then like you've got your handful of both things.
Yeah,
Either I would say if you wanted to do something that was specifically Dinjarin, either do
the spear, the Dark Saber.
I would say the West Star is a gun that everybody knows him for, or
The big rifle gun.
the big rifle. Yeah, the big rifle is probably one of the most famous. People love that one. They make that link.
Right, that's based off his first appearance in the Star Wars holiday special. It was a Boba Fett cartoon. Even before Boba Fett came out as a character, I mean, he was carrying that big gun, so it's kind of iconic for that character. Well, actually, yeah, Boba Fett had it, and then Dinjarin carried in season 1. He used it a few times.
See, I didn't know that Boba Fett had that at all.
Yeah, it was originally a Boba Fett gun
Oh, okay.
from the first Star Wars holiday thing. Yeah. Don, I have a picture. I have the pic for the idea of the helmet I was talking to you on for the Mando with the clone fin.
Oh, okay.
All right, so he's got a photo, I guess.
So, I don't know why I'm keeping doing this. You can do this. I'm just sitting here going on. My suggestion is to put it on your hand and just spray it on your hand. It's going to be easier. And you can kind of like close your fingers to get in there. You know what I mean? And then just use the low setting and kind of go for it. Okay. You know what I mean? Let me pull this one. Keep that one actually real quick. So it matches the other.
This is that Dinjarin leg piece here. Made out of. That's nice. Real metal. What, are these supposed to be flares?
Oh, those are the bullets for the rifle.
Oh, those are bullets?
It's supposed to be the bullets for the rifle.
Ah.
All the hyperdrive technology in the world is still using bullets.
And this is stuff we can make here at Kyber Cave. I just want to get those machines up and going so we can do that. I mean, it's so simple to make that. Seriously.
So remember, just when you're spraying, kind of do a wide passes, and just make sure you're a little bit further away, and you're just making really light passes, and you'll be good to go. You can kind of see like what I can actually. This is actually made it. Oh yeah. It's actually like I said, it's almost like creating a rubber glove. I could literally paint this on my hand, and it would literally create a rubber glove for my hand.
Lots of machine work right there.
I took some black plastic dip and I sprayed it all over his car. He was so pissed.
Mm.
I just rubbed it off afterwards. You know, when you're a kid and you think it's funny to piss people off just to piss them off.
You're like, oh, you look like such an asshole.
Yeah, this, I mean, it really isn't though. If you look at it, it's just it's a metal bar with they cut it off and just put two lines in either end. So I mean, as far from a making point of view, shoot, if I could, if I had a company that I could just make these all day long.
We can make that literally right now. I can make that right now, freehand on that machine.
Oh yeah,
right now, literally.
I mean, that's very simplistic to make.
And that's not even technically what I mean. That's similar to what he has in the show. It's a little bit different.
Oh yeah,
because he has the ones that he has on his actual thing flare up at the top, and they have slightly bigger lip, and they have bezels on the end of them. So it's slightly different than that.
Did those come with the leg thing, or did you buy those separate?
Those came with the holster / bandolier.
Mm.
They're not bad, to be clear. They're not at all, but you know what I mean. They're just not like 100% accurate.
Right.
I'm just one of those guys.
No, I'm just that's why I bought that Star Wars encyclopedia, looking for just like little things that we can make and build, little Star Wars accessories. You know what I mean? Like the Imperial hat pins and the what do you call them? Coder keys. You know, like the pins that they have, like specifically and then they have the cylinder keys in their on their uniforms. We could easily make that stuff. I mean, assuming we have working machines.
The Jolly Ranchers.
The Jolly Ranchers.
Yeah.
Well, those aren't metal, so still got to polish it and make it smooth. Make sure it's smooth. 6061 T6 aluminum. Yep, that is what I believe that is.
Yeah, most of the time it's usually what they use.
Oh yeah, a combination aluminum and other metal.
Yeah, well the T6 is referring to its temper. You know what I mean? So how hard or soft it is based on its heat temper. You know what I mean? So.
All right, what's next?
Let's do his thing.
And we got my Mando helmet too, but that one it's just the top, so it should be like a 5-minute thing.
Yeah.
I think we even already cut out the piece. I think it's just applying it.
Yeah. We did. Let's grab this one and put some ink on it. So this one is already dark. So this one's actually going to be a little bit interesting. So it already has some weathering on it. Yeah. You can see on the edges here. And we're going to put a little bit more weathering on it. And we're going to add some. So
this leather?
Yeah, this is leather. Yeah. So this is going to be kind of like the opposite of what we did before. So we'll add some like light dust color and stuff like that in there. But what we're mostly going to do is actually going to do a dry brushing of like silvers to kind of give it like scratches and you know what I mean, to make it look a little bit more worn, because that's a little bit too clean. This is nice right here, you know what I mean?
Right.
But what is, you know what I mean? Like, why is it only scratched on the
one part?
Right, exactly. So we'll take that over here and
let's do it.
Get her done. Get her done.
Get her done. Did you ever check out the Star Wars Essential Guide to Weapons and Tech book? Not that one specifically. I have like two books that are actually, let me see. Hold on. I have the Visual Encyclopedia, and then this one's Star Wars: The Complete Visual Dictionary. So yeah, I had actually bought this with the intent of being able to go through it and just finding little accessories or little pieces of costuming that we can make. There was things like the communicators, like that the droids use. I mean, like we could, well, maybe not one that slides out, but we could make these food cylinders. That canister. So there are some things that we can. Pod racers. Leisure. Sabak credits. Lots of different stuff that we can do.
fun.
Make a sliding version. Sliding version of what? The food cancers?
All right. Back and eye. This one we're gonna have to be a little bit more smart with. You can't just go crazy with this one. So,
And why would that be specifically?
because you're doing metal, you know what I mean, and it shows up really heavily. You know what I mean. So if you just go crazy all over the place, this is more of a dry brushing. So it's less of a put on, wipe away. It's more of a really lightly put it on.
Mm.
You know what I mean. All right. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take some of this right here. We're gonna just dab it. So you can see it's just on the brush right there. Okay. We're gonna actually take most of it off. Okay. You can see it kind of like, if I put it on, it like barely goes on my hand, right? So then what we're going to do is we're going to take it on some edges. Well, let's say like right here, right? I'm just going to, like that, just like that.
Doesn't even look like you're touching it.
Yeah, it's right there. See? There. Adds a little bit of like it.
No, you just barely see it, yeah.
Kind of got worn away a little bit.
Yeah.
That's what we're looking for. Just a little bit. A little more. That's why we call it dry brushing, because it's literally just like that. Right here.
So mostly on the edges where things would hit up against something else, or
Right. Yeah. But then we're gonna take some, and we're gonna actually try to recreate kind of like what they did here a little bit. We're gonna see if we can get kind of that a little bit too. We're gonna take. Oh, it's all over my hands now. Luckily, I wear black. Let's see. Let's do here. That make it look so some paint came off there. A little bit here. And what we're doing is we're basically trying to make it. This is a really wet paint. So we're going to try to make it look like basically there's brown, and then under that was black, and then under that was some silver.
Mm.
To make it kind of look like it's been painted a couple times.
droid communicators, yes. Empire hand communicator. A droid communication. Yeah. I was thinking about, we were talking about little things we could make, and I had thought, like when C-3PO and R2-D2 get caught in the control room, they have those little communicators.
It seems like they're talking right into one of those bullets on the Mandalorian up there, so
Yeah.
it does look like one of those, yeah.
That there for a little bit. Touch up some over here. This looks like it's like just worn a little bit.
Mm.
Edges, you want to do it on.
How's it going over there, Mr. Hogan?
Give you the thumbs up.
Hulk thumbs.
It looks a little bit more dimension.
Mm-hmm.
Just a little bit more feeling to it. And we could take some of actually in here and just kind of go in there a little bit too. So this is more of what we did last week too. Same concept.
Right.
So we're putting in, and we would be wiping away if we had a paper towel.
I don't know why I revved up there.
Over here, some paper towel.
Napkins? I got that.
It should work.
If it revs up a lot, does that mean the heat gun needs a break? I don't know.
Rev up. What do you mean?
Is that?
I'm not sure.
I don't know.
Use the other. Put that on high. Oh,
yeah.
that didn't seem good.
Yeah, put in the break.
It's a cheap it's a cheap one.
Give that a minute.
Ooh, that smells bad. Uh-oh.
Probably.
Yeah, I just saw some sparks.
Probably needs a minute.
Sparks. Oh. That smells good.
I mean, it is literally designed to overheat, so yeah.
I mean, that's its job. Oh yeah, I can definitely smell it.
Yeah, okay.
New cologne.
The sound of progress. What's the mad sign?
Here we are. That's what I was looking for.
What are you looking for?
Put it in there. I'll do the same.
I've got the gloves. Where's my falcon?
Where's your what?
Where's my falcon?
Paka!
Wrong one. Oops, noodles. Same concept as last time.
Yeah, Ezra is currently moving into my house.
Ah, you're gonna have all the whole Kyber crew there now.
Yeah, well, him and George moved out, so they're out here. So Ezra and Brittany moved into that room in the back.
Oh, so you've traded Dark Sabers for the Ezra Halo Dungeon,
Yeah.
Yeah, he downgraded.
or what are we calling the gaming studio that he's gonna do now?
I think we're just gonna call it Kyber Cave Gaming. It's not gonna be a very original name.
Is Halo out now? Halo's not cool anymore.
Actually, it is. Halo just came back out, and it is very cool now.
God, Halo's been out for like 20 some odd years, hasn't it?
That's what we called all the dorm rooms when I was going to college that had all the video games blasting 24/7, just the Halo Dungeon. That was the game.
Right.
Like, were you going to play Call of Duty? Hell no. It's Halo this, Halo that.
Hello.
Halo do you do?
Nice big bruise there.
Like a scoring from a blaster mark or something.
Master Chief's voice actor and second. Oh yes, he was.
It was, that's right. That's why we saw a couple of the Spartans walking around there. The ODSD guy.
At a con?
At SAC Anime. The voice actor from Master Chief from Halo was there.
Mm.
I think he charged him $50 a signature.
15?
50.
50? What is 40 to 60 seems to be about typical, right?
That's
For an autograph?
It depends on the guest.
That's considered average to low.
Yeah.
40 to 60 is
Yeah.
average to
Yeah.
low.
Yeah. For someone famous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Like $100 for someone who's well known is now like the normal.
Pretty
like,
standard.
Yeah.
I mean, Ray Park charged. I think he charged me 40. Tamura Morrison, he charged me 20.
Damn, but that's got to have been a long time ago, right?
That was 2018.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, 2018.
Yeah, $100 has gotten
was
pretty-
$80.
It's kind of become like video games. Like it's become like an industry standard. Like, does everyone who watches cable TV know you? $100 is your new rate. Like,
Yeah, well, when you did the Giancarlo Esposito, that was $60.
That's true. Yeah.
That was-
he was
It's low considering.
Yeah, the Seinfeld guy, I think he was also charging $60
yeah.
for the Soup Nazi guy.
Yeah. Some guys are still
I want to pay. I say I paid 60 for Hondo Inaka, and that guy was actually. If I feel bad, I don't remember his name. That guy's actually really famous for a lot of voices, so a lot of Disney voices.
Yeah.
So I was surprised. Actually, I didn't even know he did Hondo Inaka. I want to say he's best known for was it Bambi or I don't.
Doesn't sound like he's best known.
No, Winnie the Pooh. Winnie the Pooh was the voice that he was most known for. And so when they had him listed at SillyCon, they had, they put your most popular characters up there. And so I saw him listed for Winnie the Pooh, but I had no idea that he also did Hondo Inaka, which is like my favorite Star Wars character. And I want to say that was only $60 that I paid for that one. I want to say Dominic, I think, charged 40.
Peter Cullen.
Yeah, he just charged 40.
Yeah.
Peter Cullen, I think he was the highest.
Who's that?
Peter Cullen.
Was that Optimus Prime?
He was the highest. I think it was 1,200.
1,200
Yeah. I think that
fuck?
sack had
for an autograph.
Yeah.
Did that? Sorry, I was about to be. I was like, does that come with a blowjob or what? What? $1,200, dude.
Mark
You
Hamill,
broke the internet for a moment.
Robert Downey Jr. is like around 500.
Are you serious? And people are lining up to spend $500 for an autograph?
Yeah, it's Robert Downey Jr. That actually makes sense to me.
500.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't pay it, but I'm saying I understand. Like, it makes sense.
I thought Stan Lee was only charging like 100.
No, he was charging 90.
Stan Lee?
Last con he appeared in, I think he charged 90 at the most.
Wow.
I know it was.
It was Silicon Valley Comic Con, I think.
Was that his last con?
I don't think it was his last one. I think it was his last Bear.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
What else? Mark Hamill was around
It is that weird Disney
125,
thing when they
200.
find out people will pay it.
Harrison Ford goes for about 600-700.
Wow.
If he'll sign it, that's another thing.
It's that thing, like, you never know when it's going to be their last event. It's like, yeah.
Yeah, but I don't know.
So, okay, so for most of them, like, that's like if I pay $60, they give you like a photograph and then they autograph it, right? What if you bring something for them, not like a toy or something for them?
It depends. It depends. Some of them will sign whatever you bring them. Some of them will strictly only sign like choice of autographs on it. So it depends.
Some will sign it. Some will only do personalized.
Wow.
It's like, this is to you. To
I mean, yeah,
insert
some
your
of them,
name
like,
here.
I mean, usually they have like a whole table full of different stuff.
Photos and stuff.
Right.
Well, I was thinking, like if I want to get a pop autographed or something like that.
Yeah, I can't imagine them complaining against it because it's literally a pop of them. But like,
Yeah.
I have seen signs where they say like, "Do not bring souvenir. Like, we will only sign photos." So I've seen things like that.
Interesting.
I imagine there must be an incident to back that up of someone bringing something unusual. But
Matt, thanks for being on with us tonight.
I've
Have a
seen
great
people
night, Matt.
Bring their entire collections of stuff and like, sure, I'll sign all this. It'll be $375.
Oh my goodness. Steve Jordan says he has the 3D file for the communicators. If you need it, let me know. That'd be a great item for you guys to make. Oh, that would be dope. Yes, Jordan, Steve, I would love that. When Stan Lee was at NYCC a few years ago, I got his autograph for free, and that was because he had dropped his folder and pictures and was all over the place, and I was there helping him cleaning it up. Wow, you got a free Stan Lee autograph. Holy crap. See, it pays to be nice. All right, we got about 40 minutes left before our 2-hour. I mean, not that we're on a time limit, but we've been trying to it was so nice. Last night we got off about 20 minutes. If we're trying to say that the show should be an hour, we got off about 20 minutes later than we should have. But even that felt like we could have just kept going for a while.
You're gonna keep talking about what people need to be watching next.
It's funny. It's so funny because like when we try to do a short show or try to like keep it like it just feels like there's not enough time to get
You gotta keep going. Also, photo ops with all the celebrities. So I was like,
that's a whole separate charge, right?
That's a whole separate charge.
Yeah, like a little bit of
Yeah, that looks good.
chipping away and stuff like that. Kind of match it up. You know? It's hard to get it, but you want to get that feeling of silver in front of
Like layers.
Right, exactly. And then you like his like over here, you know what I mean? He had some scratches on here, so I'm trying to get that hidden.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Because it doesn't look natural scratches, so I'm trying to blotch that out a little bit.
I think that machine may be dead.
Either that or that socket is dead. Or
No, I definitely think it's the machine. That definitely seems.
It pretty much does. Great.
There we go. Maybe a little blaster mark there or something
Wow.
like that. One more. There.
Drop me an OM with your email, Addie, so I can send it over to you. Oh, sure. No problem. I'll do that just as long as I can remember to. My email address, I will try to text it over to you, but it is actually, just do it to the easy one, kybercave@gmail. Kybercave@gmail. My personal address is thirdeye.collective@gmail. 3RDEYECOLLECTIVE. All one word. Yeah, the heat blown out. Yeah, you can definitely smell it.
Looking back.
Lowest I remember, I think it was $5.
$5 an
Voice
autograph.
of Invaders in.
Who?
Voice of
Invaders in?
Invaders in the stocking comes. Yep.
Most of the
I have a
Japanese
mighty
voice actors, the majority of the Japanese voice actors, they'll give for free,
Oh, really?
but limited seating, limited tickets.
Mm.
Oh, that's
Most
true
like-
too. Yeah,
most
second
like
they will have someone usually will do like the first 100 people get a free autograph. That's true.
Oh,
Second will have like someone designated as the free autograph. Like first so many people. Yeah.
Like
interesting.
Anime Expo and Crunchyroll Expo, all the autographs are free, the majority, but
You gotta
ticket
get there.
You have to get there. Ticket
Right.
booth. Most people just camp out in front of the ticket booth, like I did.
Oh, yeah.
And
Do you have a lot of autographs?
for
Just in general.
Yeah, looking back, yeah, actually,
How would you say you have more than 20?
yeah, I think so by now.
I remember not this one, but the previous one. This one person who went, they had nothing but autographs, and they got 36 of them. Wow. Was like every person's autograph there was 36 autographs altogether.
Wow.
I don't know about that. They didn't do anything else while they were there at Sacagawea, granted, because they spent the time in line.
So they just were they VIP? They must have been.
That was
They just spent their entire day standing in one line or another.
Trade-off, though. You don't have time to go walk around the vendor hall and
yeah, that's
you
what
know,
I did. Like,
go see panels. And
right after
granted, there were no
my,
panels to see really because of COVID. You know?
right after my volunteer shift ended, I just went straight to autograph hall. Didn't bother getting food, drink, or
Volunteer shift for what?
the convention.
For which one?
The SAC Anime.
That's a big plus if you can volunteer at SAC Anime. Sometimes they'll let you just volunteer for as little as 4 hours, just stuff in brochures and bags and whatnot for the VIP people. And then they'll let you go to the cons for the rest of the day.
Yeah, I know Capitola Con was looking for volunteers. Capitola Con was looking for volunteers. I volunteered Kyber Cave. I said, we can help in a number of different. We could do a saber battle decide. We could do a panel on how to buy a lightsaber. There's a lot of things we can do. We could do a media event, with our show. But that one actually you might be interested in. It's going to have the 5 Boba Fett's there.
5 Boba Fett.
So yeah, all the people who have played Boba Fett on screen.
Oh, okay. That's
Uh,
pretty cool.
including the one that I'm most interested in is
They gave me an
I think his name's Daniel Logan Baby Boba.
plus t-shirt,
So Boba
plus
Fett
6
as the
comic
child
T-shirts is like, here's an extra 10.
from Attack of the Clones.
Granted, I worked the hours I worked warranted more than
Yeah.
$40, but
Second Enemy was great. They didn't require Second Enemy does not require you to purchase a ticket to volunteer, and by volunteering you get free admission after your shift. Other cons like Fanime, on the other hand, you have to buy a ticket in advance to volunteer.
Yeah.
And then when you volunteer, your minimum of I think it was like 12 hours or something, you then get reimbursed for your ticket.
And
So I think the whole point is that you don't like volunteer, but then like after 1 hour, like you just walk around the office for
Mm.
So
if you volunteer for more, I think you can get your badge for next year paid off as well. A lot of people volunteer for over 22 hours.
Oh wow. Wow.
It's been a while since I've volunteered for
I tried to do the volunteer thing for family once, and I realized the dilemma was like even volunteering like Friday evening when there's nothing going on, but just like helping with like stuffing brochures for a few hours, like going on Saturday, like I would not have the time to do anything for fun. So I was like, okay, like I'm just gonna have to be like paid and be a guest or whatever.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh no, volunteering for the evening shifts usually are fun, depending on where they place you.
Right.
I was in gaming hall. There was one time they just sent me to a room, and all I did was hang out with staff because they didn't know where to put me. It's like, just hang out with her for us for 3 hours.
Most awkward volunteering thing was Walker Stalker Con at San Jose. They had too many levels of membership you could purchase. They had regular, gold, silver, and platinum. Too many levels.
Right.
Oh wow!
Because they had a line for entry for each level. It's like, okay, so the regular people will be in this line to wait, but then the gold people get in ahead of them, and the silver people get in before that. Oh wait, platinum got to get in before them. And then it's like, where do you want each of them to stand? Because there's hundreds of each of these people.
Yeah, I figured platinum people would have mailed out the badges to them.
Oh no.
Like Anime
Right.
Expo. My VIP badges are just mailed to you.
Right.
Also, it's a RFID system. You clock in, clock out. Clock in.
Wow.
Clock in when you're entering. Clock out when you're leaving.
Wow. They don't mess around.
That's how Crunchyroll did it. Silicon did it like that.
Oh, it's nice.
Well, Silicon Valley Comic Con did it like that. Anime
Around
Expo did
here,
it like
just to
that.
feel
Anime no. Stack Anime no.
I do not like the new thing at San Jose Comic Con where you have to buy your ticket online. You can't just hand someone like your credit card and buy it
At the
like in
place.
person anymore.
They don't
Like,
have anyone.
You have to register online, even if you want to buy it the day of.
Oh wow.
Okay,
like-
so they basically.
Yeah.
Don't they have a small computer area where you can just?
Oh no, you have to get on your phone.
Okay.
Yeah. Which I mean, granted, we all have our phones, but if your battery runs out, or you
Bad connection.
or you have bad connection, or you have to take off your fursuit, this is a major
I
inconvenience.
need to point out that the Wi-Fi at the convention center isn't great.
It was working. I found their website was not the most like snappy as it came to for buying something, and sure enough, it's one of those like register your whole life story things.
Let's see if I can set this up so I can go step outside for a second. Holy snaps, I actually did it.
Dang, you're
Good
right.
angle.
I'll be back in 3 minutes.
I mean, on the plus side, yeah, granted during COVID, there's no handing of cash, which could be covered in German, but still, it's. I found it very inconvenient.
They eased off of that now. those places are doing cash again.
Yeah, I can see that being like a huge problem. It's like, oh, you don't accept cash? This is America. Goodbye.
Like some states try to, I know New York City, some establishments in New York City try to be
Oh yeah,
to get rid of cash, but then there's like, oh no, we can't have that.
Yeah, it's like some places taught us that you can't legally do that.
Yeah, because
Right, because it's our currency. Like,
not everyone has access to credit.
right. That's the problem. Is it causes you to have to kind of have another form of thing, which is not.
Well, then they say, oh, but we have these gift cards. We could just pay for these gift cards. No, it doesn't work like that.
I have heard a great idea to float around though, where like some people have suggested turning the post office into a national bank.
No.
And
He said no.
That's not a good idea.
well, the idea was that everyone would be entitled to a free checking account if they wanted to get it through the post office. So that if you had like the worst credit in the world, no matter what, you could still go to the post office and get a debit card with $1 to your name as long as you had some money to put into it. That was the idea.
Before it opened.
Oh my god.
Or see, I got there around 11 p.m. I think most people got there around
What?
9.
Did that. Did the sword. Did you done that like you help me with my sword?
Yes, I will. Salute. Oh, check it out. What do you think?
Oh, that looks nice.
The little blaster bolt on the side there.
Yeah.
Feels a little bit more lived in, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
In the back too. I can put a little bit more on the back. I didn't really go too far on that one.
I see.
You want me to go a little heavier in the back?
Yeah.
Okay. A little bit like, you know what? I'm gonna add something like right there is what I'm gonna do. And that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna get that. And go right here. Perfect, right there. That big old behemoth of a mark. Really freaking dig in. Let's see here. I'm just gonna dab it in. It's more.
Have they said anything about their one they're gonna do in April at Roseville?
They have. They didn't announce anyone.
Like, is it just gonna be? Is it still like a 3-day thing, or is it just?
I think. Yeah, I think it's still a meeting.
But it's just in that one big room. Like, there's no. Like, it's just like a swapping thing. Like,
Get tired of holding it already.
Yep.
I think there could be panels this time. They announced the guests, Roshi and I think a few others.
Have Master Roshi there?
Yeah, Master Roshi.
Oh,
I think he'll be
what?
there.
I remember.
But this is from the brochure that I got. This tiny brochure.
Oh.
No, you can barely see me in the background. Anthony's right, Tony's right there, and I'm right there. You guys didn't show up to the ribbon cutting for Silicon.
Oh, was that on the very first day? No,
Oh yeah, that was on the Saturday. That's why I woke up early and dragged life around there.
I think I only got to go on the Sunday of the week.
Oh, here it
I did see the video though. That was adorable.
is. The mayor was there.
Hulk was there.
Yeah, Hulk was there. Adam Savage was there.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh, Mabel's,
Oh, nice drink.
Mabel's in the front and I'm in the back. And oh yeah, I'm all the way in the back.
That still bugs me how there's like.
Like I'm in all the way in the back. Mabel's on Mabel's comedy balls in the front.
Are you gonna shake the soup at all, or are you gonna leave it round?
Yes, I will do this, but first I'm gonna do this, but I'm waiting until he's done with that.
Yes, I know that. But I just asked if you were gonna do any kinds of designs here eventually.
Yes.
The video I shot.
Nice.
My kitchen.
This guy's got a video of the Hulk.
Oh yeah, it's right there. Oh, Lou.
Sorry about that.
Another video. There's a YouTube.
Thank you for sending those out, Steve. I appreciate that.
Here's a better one. Oh, there we go. There's a better picture. I'm right there behind Mabel.
The Silicon grand opening
Oh,
with the Incredible Hulk.
Yeah, I'm right there. I was like, oh, that way.
I see Han.
Yeah. The Deadpool's there. Oh, there. The Incredible Hulk.
Even during the height of COVID, during everything.
No worries. Thanks, Steve.
Closely, you can see here the champion of Papa.
They were there. They were there.
A little bit of
Mark Sienna.
Oh, you know, I went there for the first time. Christmas in the park, right across the street from the San Jose Convention Center. San Jose goes all out with that thing.
Yeah.
They had decorations like crazy.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, those things are like almost like small RV size decorations of like little Christmas villages and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
There must have been 100 Christmas trees set up there, all in the little park.
hook you up with two of them. It most definitely. Once we get our machine going, that'll be exciting to make, to have a project to start making.
It was like Six Flags' entire Christmas budget, like crammed in one little park for no. I was so impressed.
Yep, the city goes all out for that. I know.
Normally, I wasn't. I never gone to a cosplay gathering in a park before. I only gone to official Comic-Con events, so that was really cool. Now the furry group is going roller skating next Sunday. That's during the Vacaville Ohanacon. So
Oh, wow.
unfortunately, so.
Something Vacaville. That's not Vacaville. The actual Vacaville.
I know it is good. Yes, there's VacaCon later on, but next weekend is Vacaville Ohanacon.
April 2, isn't it?
February is next weekend. Or no, it's January 30th, end of January. That's right. Yeah.
There's Sakura.
Yeah, I will take whatever 3D files you have, and then we'll see what we can do with them. If they're depending on what it is, some things Don can make a mold of, some things we can just put directly on the machine. That'd be fantastic.
They're doing their cosplay contest like usual, but they're doing something new. They're going to have some sort of cosplay parade this time. So I'm curious to see what that is. I don't know what it says on their flyer they posted, so I'm going to see what that is. I think that's a great idea. Just have people walk around. Like, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, 'cause that's the big thing is people want to see the costumes, right? It's kind of like when you were in elementary school and they had you parade around the campus in your costume.
I mean, that is essentially what they're hosting at the community center, and besides being the library, it is a giant theater hall right there for a stage. So,
Right.
Yeah,
How about that?
Oh, with the back.
Yes. He said yes. So we added some blaster marks here, a bit of scuffing and whatnot. You know what I mean? Kind of makes it seem like it's all kind of coming off. And the key is when you're doing stuff like that, you don't want to just you can put one color and then another color over that, but you don't want to just leave it like that because you want dirt and grime over that. You know what I mean? You want if you have exposed metal, you can just leave it like that, sure. But like for instance, right here, you know what I mean? It's silver. And that's good, but if we add some burnt umber right over the tip of it, just a little bit, and then dab some of that off, just give it a little bit more color, that looks more realistic.
Right.
A little bit more, a little bit more lively, like it was around. You know what I mean? Because if something's gonna scuff it and wear it down, it's also gonna make it dirty. Just like that. Go around. Sometimes a little heavier. There's the burnt umber, so let's do that. And then let's take the other one. Do a little bit of that around there.
So what convention are you going to get this ready for?
Well, I dulled that a little bit down too much, and then I'll just.
If it all is ready soon enough, the next one most likely would be Stack Anime April.
Yeah, we're only in end of January right now.
Yeah.
That seems realistic.
Yeah, it's just so at this point, really, it's just ears and visor, and
That's it.
Just a matter of putting some Velcro on the back of those armor plates. I already got the vest with this.
Maybe just a little bit here because this is, like I said, there's a lot of scratches here. So
I do have to make some decisions though about the armor though. So the hard part is like I like the arm. So like his whole color pattern is like black and red. Do I want to keep the armor like as it is black, or should I wear like a red shirt under it? Similar to Kenobi.
You can use cigarette ash and also use it for weathering, like I did with my Reiko Hardin helmet. I don't know.
You can. Absolutely.
Adding some ash in.
There's a lot of stuff you could use with that. For sure.
Yeah.
I don't use a lot of the dusts. I mean, sometimes I do, but I prefer to use paints and things just because I'm more comfortable with them, but also because it's a little harder for me to like that. You know what I mean? That looks real,
right?
You know, just because I'm a little bit more comfortable with them, and also because it just you don't have to worry about them coming off as much. You know what I mean? Like dust can come off, and you have to try to get them to stick on there. You know?
Yeah.
But this kind of goes exactly where you put it. You put the paint on, it stays there.
Right.
You know. So.
Right.
His arm cannon, nice.
What do you think, my friend?
It looks nice. It looks really nice.
Alright, now plug in his pirate hook for his midline.
Arm blaster. Woohoo.
He is a pirate man.
You can clear coat the dust and such, and it'll stay on.
Yeah, you could definitely do that. Absolutely, yeah. Like I said, it's definitely a thing that you can do. It's just not something I prefer to do. You know, every there's a million ways to do it. You know, you just you got to find the thing that you like the most. Me personally, I like acrylics and paints and things. I just like the way they work.
Right. All right. Well, we got about 15 minutes left to hit our 2-hour mark and about 13% juice left.
Okay.
So once this gets down low, I'm just gonna shut it down.
Cool. So now your son wanted something.
What were you wanting, Zayo?
Oh, sharpen the sword, right? Okay. He wants to put an edge on this.
Right.
So
We all have our niche that works for that person.
absolutely, yeah, 100%. None of them are wrong. If it works for you, then it can't be wrong. You know what I mean? That's just all it is. You know.
Just they hold this for a second. While he's doing that, I'm gonna go close this back gate.
Well, I wanted to close the back gate.
I will hold the phone.
Yay.
Yay. I'm trying to think of what the best way to put an edge on this is. I say best, and I mean easiest.
We'll use a bigger knife to sharpen this knife.
Yeah, if I had a bigger knife, that's exactly what I would do, to be honest with you.
What's this machine called? A belt sander?
Yeah.
And tell us again, what is your goal of this one? You're not trying to smooth it, but sharpen it somehow?
Trying to take the edge of it and have the edge meet at a point.
Oh.
Basically. Not a sharp edge, but a sharp edge.
Ah.
There are tools that are better for doing this, but this will work. It's looking nice.
So we're taking a power tool design to not give you slivers, and we're making it so that it's sharper.
Basically.
We are smart. We are smart people here. Now, for people using wood sticks to actually fight, I've only ever seen them use like bamboo, I want to say, for kendo.
Or
Right.
mahogany.
Wood mahogany, is it?
Mahogany works alright too.
Oh.
Basically, just need a hardwood.
I feel like I've seen these for sale at the Renaissance fairs, but I haven't seen any actual demonstrations for actually hitting each other with them.
Right.
That's why you should wear a mask. One of the words. Well, you know.
We're 10% power.
Losing powder. Oh, it's dust in my face. It's kind of hard because I'm doing it on a curved edge. I'm not really making the.
That's the machine spirit fighting you. It's trying to do its job and make it more smooth.
That's exactly it. Let's try this.
Is this a planer of some kind or a?
Planer might work. It'd be a little bit harder to get the on an edge like this. If you had the right router bit and stuff like that, you can just kind of zip it down. But you know, because this is all hand done, it's not really that easy. Honestly, kid, I'm gonna tell you, just try to. Actually, you know what you could do?
You're gonna get all through this. He's gonna put an orange cap on the end of it for safety. You just know that, right?
I just had a really good idea. Well, we'll see if it's a really good idea, but I think it's a really good idea. A really good idea if I had.
Try to cut yourself on that blade.
I know. Why am I done?
He's getting out the bandsaw 5000.
Big tools are coming out.
Will it reach? It reaches.
That does not save.
Nope.
The blade is kind of dull.
Hold that.
Are we warming up the bandsaw or?
Is this a really dull blade?
I see the sword is on one table, but the wood he's cutting is on the bandsaw.
I'm making a jig.
Hey. Oh, okay, actually, I prefer you especially on your wheels. Don't do that, please.
I mean, you can do whatever you want. I don't need that anymore.
What is a jig?
Well, I need to have this thing come to a triangular point, right? So if you try to sand one side and then try the other side, it's kind of hard to get it in the center. But if you just take sandpaper and you put it right here, and then you sand it like this. And bring it down.
To get it even on both sides.
Yes. You'll get it even on both sides. Now, I think there was a new piece of sandpaper. Yep. There it is.
Dark Souls bosses.
And now the child can do it. Child.
Child labor.
Yay!
I mean, it's yours. It's not really child labor. It's just you doing something. I doubt it. Here, take this.
Child labor.
This is mine. This is mine.
It's wood. I don't care what it is. Here.
This is mine.
So just put it here, and then run it along the edge of it.
I understand the basic action.
All right. Well, then here, take it.
I get this in
All right, shoot you.
Well, that's awesome.
Now we get to do the last thing.
Oh, your Vans.
Oh, let me go grab mine. Heal me.
Vans and your helmet.
This is
This is the top for Van's helmet, the inside.
oh.
Yeah. We tried to do it the 1 week, but it didn't really work out because we were using a new glue, and it didn't really work for me. It was just kind of, it wouldn't stick correctly. We were using, I'll tell you which one it is, so you never buy it.
No, because then you can't get it on site.
Yes, you can. We were using Aileen's tacky spray, and
Ah.
it is horrible. One of the ones that you can use is 3M Super 77, which works really well. Also, Gorilla Spray Adhesive Heavy Duty works really well as well. Just don't put it on your head.
Hey man, that chick got like a clothing line based off of that, and
And all she had to do was look like an idiot for the rest of her life.
well, you know, sometimes that's what it takes.
I'd rather be broke, I think.
God, it's amazing to me how in this country you can make so much money being stupid.
Right?
I mean,
It's,
you
like
think
the
about,
it's the opposite of Darwinism.
right? America, the opposite of Darwinism.
Americanism. I don't know.
But I think about that chick. What was it? The one chick, the Catch Me Outside chick. She
Yeah.
got a rat career based off of that, of being an ignorant child.
And Dr. Phil.
On Dr. Phil.
That's how a lot of careers
I
start
know.
nowadays.
So freaking bad.
Now, is this the same pattern that every Mando helmet needs to have for
It's the
padding?
same pattern that I use for all the Mando helmets. It's
Okay.
something I kind of created, and it works really well for me. As far as what everybody else uses, that's up to them.
Okay.
But this is the one that I like and the one that I use.
Okay.
All the helmets that I do. Now this helmet is completely. You can show him actually.
Yeah, I
inside
was
of that helmet. So.
And you can see, so that's gonna go here where the white is, but you can see
Okay.
like these ridges on here that fold in really nicely. And this isn't, it's fabric, but it's not padded or anything. So this is just fabric on top, so it's
Just for the sake of not being rough. That's all.
right. But this is really nice all around because it fits really well.
Right. For all the kiddos, high five in the back of your head and stuff.
Just a little brush on top, and you'll be all done.
Is there a guideline for measuring, like just kind
So
Take-
what I did actually was I took
of cover the top half of the helmet in foam and like that's measurement?
well I actually took the entire outside of the helmet and I covered it in tin foil and then taped and used it to make a pattern, and then I cut that pattern apart and I made it slightly smaller to make the inside, because the outside and the inside of this are pretty much the same.
Now we know.
Yep, and now you know. And knowing's half the battle.
G.I. Joe.
Oh yeah, I don't know if we're gonna do anything on the side or the back.
Yeah, that's been rebooted.
I was about to say, what does go in those side Mando ear holes, if anything?
There are separate pieces that go in there. You don't have.
I don't have any of them
Oh,
here.
yeah. They're little pieces that I don't know what they do. What do they do? He doesn't have a visor here, does he? No, he doesn't have a visor.
I mean, every helmet's optional for if you want something or nothing, I guess. Just
Pretty much. I mean, again, these are not Din Djarin. Din Djarin has earpieces that are pretty much that are those are the ones that have for these. Then you have like Boba Fett, Jango Fett. They both have different earpieces. You know what I mean? It all just depends on which one you're trying to get
okay.
to do and what you want to do, or you can leave them blank or
Okay.
cover them with whatever you'd like. Honestly,
Okay.
you know. For this one, I think we're gonna leave them. We're gonna flatten it out, and right where the earpieces are, we're gonna put that half visor portion
Okay.
above his forehead. Because that's
Okay.
what
Marvin.
has.
Cool.
So here is our little half shell dome thing. Very basic. It's not, you know what I mean? It's not too bad at all. But you can see how much easier, if you were watching the other week, how much easier this was. This is sticking together already.
Right, the other one.
In fact, it's sticking to everything right now. My hands included. If you want to get me that, yeah, that's it. I'm going to spray the outside of this.
This is the side that was sprayed before.
Yeah, we're going to use the same side. So I'm going to cover the whole thing and spray. Now this is inside out technically. Okay, so this will be where his head goes, and this will be glued inside the helmet. I do that so that we can. It's so sticky. Everything is so tacky right now. I'm trying to not to stick to everything. You do that so that you can kind of lay this out. You lay this out like this. Spray it on like this. Give it a minute to tack up. Kind of dry just a little bit. Okay. And then we're just going to go just like this.
Oh wow, it's sticking.
Yeah, you get
really well.
Yeah. And then so we're going to actually flatten it out kind of like this. And then like this. Just like that.
Nice little salad bowl.
Pretty much. It's a little spread out now, but that's not a big deal. It will once we shove it up in there, it'll fix itself. And if not, we'll put some more glue in there and we'll fix it up. We're just to touch itself, so it'll touching yourself. Now we'll spray out a little bit on the outside here. Just like that. I'm going to do some strategic cutting. We're going to go like that, I think. I wish I had my scissors. I forgot to bring those today.
Oh, your cloth scissors.
Yeah, but this will be fine. Stuff is very sticky, which is exactly what you want. Okay. Thanks. I don't want that anymore. Lining up the manual is that cut a lot nicer. You're cutting with exacto. Make sure you push down hard. Okay. I'm gonna take this and cut some of that off as well. We don't need too much. We just need something enough to fold it over.
So if I'm mistaken to the real helmet, and then the cloth will be what you actually touch when you wear the helmet.
Correct. Yep. So this way you can kind of. This stuff is so sticky. It's so nice. Because you don't have to worry too much about trying to get it really, really close and anything like that, because it just kind of sticks up there. And your cutting has to be a little bit less precise around the perimeter.
Yeah, damn it.
And all you really need is enough lip to
Fold it over.
Yeah. And most of that won't even be seen either. You'll see that in a second, but you want it at least just for the sake of making sure. around, pull it, fix it like this. And this is kind of more of a flattened out version of it, but once you put it in there, it'll kind of conform to the shape of the dough more. So. Too much. Pull it up. More. This has also been pulled too much, so let that relax a little bit. Pull that more. Set that over here. This one's not been pulled enough.
Yes, sir.
And we'll take it.
So now, before we glue it in there, do we need or?
Yeah, I'm gonna put it in here. I'm gonna check it out.
But since we're going to be doing adding other parts to it, do we wait till after those are done, or?
What do you mean? Oh no,
The brush. The hole in the top, 'cause we got to still drill a hole in the middle to put the.
yeah, we're not gonna glue this in yet. We just want to fit it up and see that it's right.
I know a few companies actually make the inner linings to the helmets now.
Oh, they make the lines.
Yeah, the inner stuffings.
Inner stuffings.
Like a turkey.
I think English Dragon 3D Designs.
Oh yeah.
They made one for Boba Fett. I think Focus on as well.
Are they specifically for the Black Series?
No, I think.
See inside there,
Oh,
it's like a hug for your head.
wow, look at that. It's all cushiony, dude.
Bring them up.
It's like a 70s living room. Oh, so snug. So nice. And I love that it just sits like, I don't have to worry about my eye line or anything. It just sits right there, you know?
Right.
Even if I move my head up and down, my eye line doesn't move.
Okay, hold on, Don. Real test. Try and read his mind.
Magneto. Wow.
It works.
That is fantastic.
Absolutely. And I like that. I like the felt. The felt is nice. Yeah, me personally, I like the. There's a really nice velvet that I like too. But yeah, the felt is really nice too. And it all depends on the fabric that you're using and what you want. And,
Look at that. How nice that turns out. Anybody would be impressed to see the inside of that.
For sure. All right.
They're making the inner stuffings of it.
You're stuffing.
All right. I think we're almost out of battery power anyways. See where we at. Oh, 1%. Perfect. All right. So we are going to close it down for tonight. Thank you to Don Patrick and Darkside Sabers, Say Wong, and Mr. Kevin, and Zayo back there somewhere behind the blue. There he is. We will see you next Saturday. Don't forget, tomorrow night, we have Kyle Vaz from Key Sabers on Saber Rattle tomorrow night. So make sure to tune in. And next Friday at 9, and then here again next Saturday at 7. See you later. Peace.